Well, hello YouTube. I know it's been quite a while, but as I always say, I do not like to record videos while everyone is at home. So now we are in the month of, what is this? It's almost June, so we're in the month of May, and I am officially 7 months on testosterone. And another thing that's also bothered me is what should I make videos about? Because I've realized through my transition that I'm going to try to be careful with my words here, but unlike some other people, I'm not completely consumed by my transition. I think I have a little bit more balance in my life. So sometimes when I come to record a video about the progress that I've made, sometimes I either do not notice or I have so many other things to talk about, like school, graduation, what I plan to do with my life in general, that I just don't think I should ever make videos that are completely just about me being trans, because even though that's a very important part of my identity, I just do so many more things. But I will still put up transition videos, but to help me, I'm going to make other videos with different types of content because I believe that's important as well. So, 7 months. This is what we have. That means that I believe I've been on this new dose for either 2 or 3 months. It's 3 months now, and it's been very helpful. I can actually tell the difference because when my other dose being too low, I believe it was really doing things like slowing down my metabolism, messing with my blood sugar, all these different things that I will know for sure once I get my blood work done again 2 weeks from now. But I have felt healthier, I have more energy, and that's just from not being sluggish. I did start being very restrictive of my diet and being more active, even if I couldn't go to the gym, just moving around more. And I've seen progress, like I've seen more muscle. And the other thing that really let me know my dose was far too low was just the amount of facial hair that I have now. I mean, it's not a lot, but the fact that I go from kind of sideburns to the fact that I have them all the way down my face lets me know that the dose was far too low. But I've been quite patient. So other things that I've noticed just is that really when I talk about muscle, it's really my back. I don't know why my back is gaining so much muscle so quickly, but that's what's going on. I believe my voice has also dropped as well. I'm doing the whole speaking very soft thing because I accidentally yell now, but when you speak in a lower volume and your voice is a lower pitch, people don't understand what you're saying. So I've been working with that to try to make sure that people understand what I'm saying. And then also, I think just mentally, I've felt better, and this has nothing to do with one of the side effects of testosterone itself. I think it just more so has to do with me being more comfortable. So I'm finding myself being able to, even though I have social anxiety and all these different things, I find myself able to talk to people a little bit more, to be a little bit more social than usual. I've actually developed some pretty decent friendships over the course of this semester, which started in January, so that's been very, very interesting. But one thing that has been bothering me that's not transition related at all is just, and I believe it's something that everyone goes through when they start either transitioning or just thinking about gender identity more, is sexuality. Now, sexuality and my romantic attraction, my romantic orientation have not changed, but what's happened is my thoughts concerning how are they executed, how do they function in my life. And so I have not mentioned this in a long time, but in one of my earlier videos I did mention that I'm asexual and aromantic. So this is very interesting when talking about companionship and building a life and things of this nature. And I think that what happened is before I was transitioning, I wasn't as confident in myself. One of the thoughts that I had is that if I wanted to have close companionship with someone because of the sexualized romantic world that we lived in, I would not be able to have the types of relationships or a relationship with a significant other without going through what will be a typical dating situation. But what I'm learning over time is that now that I feel more comfortable with people, and also just think that perhaps people are getting older, or I'm just meeting more varied types of individuals now that I'm in college, is that that might not necessarily be true, and that actually for me, what people's typical dating situation of this is my boyfriend probably actually would be something that I would not like. But I'm not sure. I've never been in a relationship before. But as I'm just looking, I'm like, when you're an asexual person, that takes, for at least for me, sex out of the equation. So I'm not really interested in, oh well, I'll do this for my partner to please them. I'm not interested in it at all. It's not something that I find myself doing in the future. So it removes that, and that would be fine. But when you remove romantic attraction as well, but you still have this very large capacity to love and to care, and you want to reserve some of the ways in which you care for an individual to be for a more intimate type of relationship, it becomes kind of complicated to explain that to people. And so, I'm just thinking about, does that still mean that in the future I would want to have somebody that has this more societally acceptable labels, such as that is your husband, that is your boyfriend? Or would I be one of these individuals that I'm not married, not dating anyone, but I have a very close, intimate friendship with another person, and that it is committed and it's fantastic, but we just don't have these typical labels on it, so that we don't have to fall into these pitfalls where it's like, oh, I must do this because I'm your husband and this and that. But that's something for another video on another day. But that's really all my thoughts are for now. I haven't really experienced any large changes to really talk about, besides being more comfortable, being ready to just embrace what is to come. And as things change and continue to change, I will keep you guys updated. I'm going to put some comparison pictures up because I have been on again, off again because of my crazy school schedule doing Shortcut to Size. So I will upload those pictures at the end of this video, and then also my next video will be about my name and gender marker change. So until next time.